The Pentax ME by itself is a relatively inexpensive body that you'll tend to see the light meters on this tend to be, on or not working from time to time. At least when I bought it, I saw quite a bit of them. They're just like, light meter doesn't work, or it reads weird, or it does work. This one does, and I find it to be pretty accurate. It's definitely pretty good, but, nothing lasts forever. And there's one neat thing about this. If you start off with this in your photography journey and you actually follow through a little bit, you can set it to this little switch that says 100x, i.e., 1/100th of a second shutter speed. And it's just set that way. You don't even need batteries to make that part work. So that's cool, because if you're thinking about this in a learning sense, Sunny 16, or that f16, like scalable way of exposure metering in your head with your eyes, you can use that to your advantage, and you never really have to use batteries again, as long as you just kind of follow that rule and you don't care what aperture you're really choosing. The camera will work for you, and you have something that you can just use until the shutter breaks, really, or the winder. And the light meter on these is fixable. There's some people that do fix them. I know that there's one guy in particular that everybody sends stuff to. His name's Eric Hendrickson, I think it is. I'll link his website down below. He fixes quite a few different Pentax models, but it's not very expensive to get one of these serviced either. So it might be in your best interest. So let's talk about my biggest elephant in the room with older camera systems. I've just had some luck. I've had some luck. I only have this one now and a Vivitar 135 somewhere in there. That one's fine. But this one, the Pentax 24 3.5, the blades are a little sticky, so it doesn't quite open and close like it should. I learned that one colder day where I realized it's not really working. So you can use it at 3.5 all day if you have like a film that, you can get away with it with. Sorry, I'm distracted, I'm playing. I like to have working gear, so I'll have to get this serviced. The glass is really clean, the lens is in great shape. It's just part of buying things that are older, It needs to be looked after. Actually, you know what, I'll mount it. So, you put that on your Pentax body, everything's looking great. You have the most massive viewfinder you've ever seen. God, why can't modern cameras be like this? It's like... It's just... There's nothing I can say to make this seem as good as I'm making it out to be until you look through one of these. Just go to your local camera store, like that sells film cameras if you have one, and just be like, can I look at the viewfinder? And you're just gonna be like, oh, I see. Yeah, I really should get one of these when I go to Japan. Just like an MX version, and maybe the slightly better version of this lens, the 2.8 version. I don't know, I really like using Pentax stuff, but film is expensive now. More than it was even a year ago in some cases, but we press on. I highly recommend that you pick up something that's relatively cheap when you enter this hobby, because if you don't and you don't like it, then you have just something expensive sitting on your shelf. Don't do that to yourself. More expensive doesn't mean more better. It really doesn't. If you are also interested in something that's, I'm going to say really, really reliable and good, tend to look at maybe one of the EOS Rebels from Canon. They go for pretty cheap, and I mean, they're auto winders, they have great metering, and you can use autofocus and modern lenses on them for EF mount. There's nothing more to love than that. Unless you want to do the whole manual, wind the lever, do all this. It's like, just shoot film. just enjoy it. But if you want this kind of classic approach, you cannot go wrong with a Pentax ME or ME Super. Just watch out for, things that are working or not working anymore. This thing is... How long ago was 1980 again? 45 years? Oh yeah, it was. Well, I'm going to go have an existential crisis about the durability of the human lifespan, and I'll catch you later.